Error rates, when we look at over and under payment, one of the recent studies that was done showed that 30% of all the sales information used for calculating sales compensation payouts have errors in them. When they in fact audited some of the study results, however, it was found that that error rate actually jumped dramatically. I can tell you from our own experience in working with clients, we did one analysis for an organization that had 20 salespeople. They found when they audited their annual results, they had overpaid on a quarterly basis by almost $40,000 to those 20 salespeople. And they found was that those mistakes, in fact, had been going on for almost 3 years and had not been picked up. So some of the other areas, as I said, missing data, copied or missed formulas. You also have to ensure organizations that are using Excel that the person administering the plan understands how it should be administered. Quite often what we find is that administrators or the people that are involved in calculating it don't understand from the plan design exactly how it should be done, and in fact the formulas that are programmed into the system are incorrect, also resulting in errors in payment. Tremendous amount of time and consolidation that's required by a number of organizations. Once you get past a certain number of salespeople, typically in the 25 to 50 range, what you find is that Excel spreadsheets become very, very difficult to manage. Finally, the other piece is that in an organization where Excel is used, we often find that it's one person who understands the spreadsheet, and when that person leaves or is away, it's very difficult for them to manage because the system is not easy to use. So what are some of the things? Gartner did some research on the area of sales incentive compensation. Now, it was back in 2005, and while a few things have changed, especially in the last year or two, what they found was that about 90% of companies use either a homegrown or spreadsheet system to manage sales compensation. When they dug deeper in their research and discussed with that 90%, the degree to which they were satisfied with Excel or their homegrown system, 80% of them said that it wasn't functioning efficiently and they preferred having something else if there was something available. Some of the reasons that came out were manual processes. So looking at modeling and testing, Excel did not do that well. The other piece is where you have a number of people that are involved in the manual process, the potential for error jumps exponentially. The other thing is that in looking at designing sales compensation, it requires not only an understanding of how to use the tool, but also expertise in the business environment. And very often the people that are involved on the design side are not the people that are involved on the administration side. And it tends to be people that are more from an admin background or a clerical background. And while the system may be good for crunching some numbers, designing your comp plans in it doesn't necessarily make it easy to use. One of the things that's extremely important with sales compensation from a design and implementation standpoint is the degree of visibility. When you're using Excel spreadsheets for design and administration, there's very little visibility to the field. It's difficult to audit. There's very little in the way of reporting that goes back to the field salespeople or is usable by sales management.